Greetings, my fellow travelers. I started recording this a moment ago, and half of the front part is missing in photo mode. Just tried it a second time right now, and, well, started babbling like an incoherent idiot, so, skip that one. This is the most recent base, it's the most recent portal base, it's called Portal Pyramid. The name is a bit of a work in progress. The basic setup of the base itself is a done deal. Now let's see if I can't get us something resembling daylight. Yeah, I'll never understand that. It just recently switched to night, so of course the day option it's giving us is nighttime. Seriously, instead of, fucking over a half a dozen of my worlds with changing the environment entirely, maybe they should have worked on this thing where, you press on the joystick and it moves you to daylight, 7 o'clock in the morning. Press the joystick again, 9 o'clock, then 11, then 1, then 3. And if you want to, you can keep going until you go through the night cycle. As opposed to this nonsense where you're currently watching me toggle through time just to be able to, get a daytime. And I'm sorry, Hello Games, it's very hard to remain positive and upbeat, bask in the glow of the success of building something when you can't share it with people, when half the frigging building is missing. And anyone who's wondering, it's on the PlayStation 5, it's the PlayStation 5 version of the game, so there should be no reason for it to do that. Although, technically speaking, it's always been an issue with photo mode, regardless of which machine, which version. And again, this is one of those things where maybe, just maybe, Hello Games should look into it. Instead of transforming the glowy mushrooms I had on one world into humongous boulders. Ugly, humongous boulders. And yes, there's the front part of it. Where the black triangle is, that's actually pyramid set up following Double Dash Gaming. The center point, the anchor stone, for lack of a better word, is literally the top of the portal. So the portal structure serves as the central stone for the pyramid. So everything beyond that, below that point, is added downwards. And yes, the flooring was interesting. I ended up, dropping a couple of walls, and then either another wall or X amount of, short walls, until I could get the paving, the floor panels to line up exactly with the walls. But it makes for very, very large rooms, and, well, there's another thing that maybe Hello Games should look into for the next world update or the one after that, is when you slap a bunch of walls together, even if you leave the window open, not to have internal weather. It's really, really, really annoying. And in an effort to stop the internal weather, I did the floor all the way to the back wall, whereas originally I sort of had a rough semicircle with railing so you could look down. Well, that didn't seem to help. And we're talking 3/4 the surface and maybe half the height. Again, I would have rather had, a very large semicircle arrangement so you can look at the dignitaries arriving, but in an effort to curtail the weather, that didn't happen. Clearly not furnished yet. And I'm going to have to install railing on these things, or maybe just put them inside walls. Again, try to reduce the volume in order to curtail the weather. I don't know what the magical formula is, but there is one where X amount of volume is considered external terrain, which has got to be the most idiotic thing in the world because they obviously had to program that. Okay, this is not the floor we were just at, it's the floor above that. Again, no furnishing or anything, not even lighting. Yeah, the best window in the house, kind of small. Because despite the fact that they have, if you're looking perpendicular to it, it's very clear. So there's been that improvement. But if you're looking at an angle through the window, it starts getting crappy again. And the funny thing is you can put a virtual physical surface that prevents you from going through this space, but simply put no image. That would be a very, very clear window. And don't tell me the two are, cannot be separated from each other, because they obviously have to be programmed. And for all the fact that they did give us improvements, why not just go one step further and make, unless the windows in my place are dirty or a bit foggy, the windows are a bit older and that has a bit of humidity inside. But excluding that, I look through the window at 45-degree angle, the road, the neighbors, buildings, homes don't warp. And it's fucking snowing inside my pyramid. Damn it. And yes, this is the top floor. This is the original pyramid. Or, the starting point, so to speak. Lighting is provided by circles, and I'm gonna have to add something because there's not enough lighting. It's a little bit dark. Base computer, and down to first floor. So yeah, on one side you go straight up to the top, the other side you go to the intermediary step. What on earth is that? Oh, reflection off the and yes, that's not the portal, that's the teleporter ring. Yeah, it's not quite perfectly centered, but unless you look, you would not see it. So yes, dignitaries and travelers arriving straight to the control pillar. And of course, once the portal is activated, you won't see the teleporter ring. I'm kind of hoping it's still usable. That'd be a neat effect. And yes, a couple of doors leading to the walkway. This was a bear to install. There is a wire, part of the wire glitching to set up the pyramid, right at the top over there. And it shouldn't be an issue. You just put a starting point here, wire up there, and then wire from here to the toggle, except that point just was not visible. I went in circles trying to generate that, and it would not do it. Now, no problem. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the landscaping involved, but unfortunately, every time you put one of these guys down, it dug a huge hole. At one point, it's like, okay, let's restore up to the floor panel. Oh yeah, just obviously the back side. Again, one of the best windows in the house. Oh, and yes, one of those other things they could do to improve the life of the players, especially those who like to build stuff, is when you're in here, have somewhere where it shows you how many parts you have used up. Because right now, it's like anything I do, I have to think real good about, well, how much of a change is it? Do I have to duplicate it on the right and the left type thing? Because you want something isn't half-ass undone uploadable so people can actually visit it. Although there is the possibility that, and it is uploaded, that people would come here and simply not see it because it won't render. It's too close to the portal. Of course, begs the question, how do people set up portal bases for other people to visit? And with those words, with that unresolved mystery, I leave you, my fellow travelers.